Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Randy, our co-host.
Yo, Chuck, what are we talking about tonight?
Oh man, we're talking about the Anime Awards happened in 2024. Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 was Anime of the Year. Are we really
Hmm.
surprised by that? Did you watch
Not at all.
season 2 of Jujutsu
I have
Kaisen?
not seen all of season two, but I'm
Oh
not
man.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It crushed it. Yeah, it was definitely that anime this past season.
yeah, it's not surprising. I mean, hell, if it's anything like season one, and from what I hear, it's better than season one. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Yeah. So Chainsaw Man, which is another it's another Mappa property as well. They dominated awards this year, you
Okay,
know. Enemy of the Year was Bochi the Rock. I'm watching that now. Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Oshinoko, Vinland Saga Season 2, and, Jujutsu Kaisen 1.
okay, yeah, man, I believe it.
Yeah, so the
I've
beauty,
got no problems with that.
okay,
And didn't Meg the Stallion present the award for like
she did.
animated of the
Mm-hmm,
year?
Anime
Yeah, I
of the
think I saw
Year.
that.
Meg Thee Stallion was part of the award shows. People were shocked to see her there, but she is an anime weeb. She's a hardcore weeb.
Hmm,
She's
interesting.
super hardcore. Super hardcore.
Hmm.
She's
So
so
it's
hardcore that in her music videos, she dresses as anime characters and people don't realize it.
yeah, I can see that. I'm surprised Jonathan Majors, not Jonathan Majors, what you would call it?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan didn't show up and actually present it.
I'm surprised. He's a huge anime
Well,
a
there's a
fan,
lot of
so
people that are huge anime nerds that I didn't even know about.
yeah.
Like
Well,
Eminem's into anime for some reason. I didn't know
but I
that.
mean, anime's been around for what? In popular culture for what, about 25 years now?
25 years, 25,
Yeah,
30
so I
years.
mean,
Yeah.
they've grown up on anime. Now it's not, you're not edgy if you like anime. It's not
You're
like, oh
not.
my God, it's like, oh, you watch that kind of, yeah. It's like, nah, people been
If you
watching
don't
anime now for,
watch it, people are like, "What are you doing?"
yeah, what are you doing with your life? Do better with
Yeah.
yourself. Do better
Yeah.
with your life. So yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that
Yeah, and
crazy?
hell, now it's in a popular culture that we're doing live action versions of anime. So, yeah, it shouldn't be surprised that it's a whole generation of people now that are in anime.
Yeah. So this award ceremony is kind of boring because Jujutsu Kaisen rolled away with a lot of awards, and so it's really interesting.
Boring because you're saying it's boring because it's predictable?
Boring because they got so many awards. There wasn't a lot of diversity in award giving.
Hmm, okay.
I like to see award shows where one thing doesn't sweep every category. I want
What
to
if
see
it's the best though?
diversity.
What if
What's
it's the
that?
best one though? What if it's the best one though? I'm fine with
I get it.
one
I get it if it's the
show
best.
sweeping,
It makes me think there wasn't enough stuff out there to compete against it.
you know. And that
You
could be
know,
true.
like they haven't put in whatchamacallit, right? Like there's there's nothing that they put in for example, animation into movie of the year, right? Because then we would see Spider-Man into the Spider Beyond the Spider-Verse crush everything.
But it's not a Beyond the Spider-Verse isn't an anime.
No, I'm saying, but we see it in like the Oscars, right?
Yeah,
They've
right.
learned how to diversify the Oscars a little bit
Okay.
to give other things other awards.
I get that. I get
You
that.
know, you now so 3 awards in a row and the same anime gets it. It's like, what's the point? It's like watching the Grammys and watching Beyonce stroll away with everything.
He ain't one album of the year. So
And then, see
so
exactly. See exactly.
Mm.
But
That's the
despite amassing a total of 25 nominations, Chainsaw Man only took home 2 awards. 25 nominations. That's like
yeah.
every category.
Right.
Jujutsu Kaisen claiming the lion's share of awards for a total of nine. Suzume won Best Anime Film. And the beauty of Suzume, we have the Geekish Network alum, Jennifer Sun Bell was the voice of the main
Oh,
character in
really?
that. Hmm.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice. What show was she on?
She was on Origins Illustrated.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I remember. Okay. Okay. I remember
Yeah,
that.
so Jennifer, yeah, she was the voice. She got busy.
No,
You
I
made an
remember.
anime that was a hit, so she got really
Yeah.
busy.
Good for
Uh,
her.
hmm One Piece took home the award for best continuing series, best character for a series, protagonist Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey's out here just whooping everybody's ass.
So
It's
was it the anime or was it the live action
the
that, okay.
anime. It's all mostly anime. They don't
I
consider
would just,
live action in this awards. Yeah.
well, I would just consider if the source material was anime, maybe they included it in some group like
Group. Hmm.
best live action. You just talked about diversity of roles, like best live action anime or
I
best
wonder if they
adaptation or
have
something.
that. Let me check and see the awards. Because I wonder if they do have best live action. That's
You know, I mean, I know it's a smaller category, but since it is the anime awards,
I don't see live
one,
action mentioned in
okay,
here.
I get it, I
Oh,
get
that
it.
sucks. Because I'm curious. There's best live action. There's best
And maybe
comedy,
it's not,
fantasy, drama, slice of life, best character.
and maybe right now it's not wide enough category for them to have it there. But I would imagine in a couple of years, if especially like if Avatar gets another season, One Piece gets another season, like you probably gonna have a lot of live action animes coming out here pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a category I find very interesting. They have the category must protect at all costs character. That is one hell of a category name. They have Anya
I
Forger
like
from
that.
Spy X Spy Family, Spy and season one and Chorus two, season two, they have Hitori Gotcha from Bochi the Rock. I'm just now watching that. They have Buji from Ranking of Kings, The Treasure Chest of Courage. They have Miri Unasaka from Buddy Daddies. They have Pochita from Chainsaw Man. Pochita might have won that one because Pochita's my character. And Soletta Mercury from Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. I know this is probably all sounds all foreign to you.
No, it's
Uh,
well, it does, but like I actually love that category, and I don't
yeah.
even know what's in it. I actually think the Oscars should do that category, right? As you're
Must
talking
protect at
about,
all costs.
yeah, most protect, like those are those popular characters, right? That the Oscars don't necessarily show love
Hmm.
to, but like
Hmm.
make that a
Yeah.
category.
They're like the
Character you must
small
protect
character
it,
you have to protect. Like
right?
Boji from Ranking of the Kings. Boji can't speak. Boji's deaf. So he doesn't speak. And he's the king. He's the first prince. And he's little and scrawny, but he's really smart and he's really quick. And this shadow spirit got him into a lot of trouble. And then they go on adventures together. And he realized like Boji doesn't have any friends. People think he's a special needs character that he doesn't have any friends, except the shadow character showed him friendship. And what Boji does is the prince goes outside the kingdom, gives the shadow character his clothes to steal so he can sell them so he can eat, but he just wants the friend. And
Hmm.
his and Boji's little brother is sharp. Like he's sharp. He's like, I'm fight well and everything, but Boji can beat his little brother up.
That's interesting. I guess I wasn't thinking of it in those terms. I was
Hmm.
just thinking of it as more of a character that you love so much. Like this is a character
Yeah.
we must protect at all
Yeah,
costs.
I think that's what this is.
Yeah,
Boji's that type of character. He's a character like he's the main character, but he's
yeah,
somebody you feel like you need to protect.
yeah. So
Uh
like I think that would be a cool
Anya
Oscars category.
Anya Forja for example, Anya is the telepath in Spy Family. Her father is a spy. Her mother's an assassin. They don't know each other's role, and she can read people's mind. And she's hilarious. She may be the funniest character on television. Period. And she's hilarious. And Pochita is what bonds with Chainsaw Man. He's like the chainsaw puppy. He's like an animal. So they slay demons, and Pochita was the assistant to the main character. The main character dies, and Pochita actually binds himself to that character to keep him alive, which makes
Okay,
Chainsaw Man. And Soletta
okay.
Mercury is the country girl from Mercury who actually has a Gundam suit, and they don't even make and nobody can pilot a Gundam. People pilot Gundams go crazy, and she doesn't go crazy when she pilots a Gundam.
Okay. I can
So
see
that
that.
I found that a very interesting
Yeah, me too.
category.
Yeah.
And it just stands out for me. It just stands out. But
Okay.
yeah.
I'm with it.
The next story. Let me get to the stories. I'm off this page. I'm looking at anime stuff. You know how I am with anime. So Sting retires from
From
Surfer the Crow
wrestling?
to legend. How the icon earned his moniker ahead of his final match. Sting is ready for his swan song. The
Okay. Okay.
legendary wrestler Sting is the wrestler.
So I didn't know Sting was still wrestling.
I didn't know neither, but
Sting
he's
gotta be about
retiring.
60. He gotta be
Yes,
about
yes.
60.
Sting links with Darby Allin for the 28th and last time as they defend the AEW Tag Team title against the Young Bucks at AEW Revolution. We got to bring Nick Neeson on to talk about this match because this is something Sting is out here still doing it.
Yeah, but I gotta know how old Sting is now. Sting was like my was one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid. If I was a
Yes,
kid, you know what I'm
yes,
saying? So if I was a
yes.
kid watching it, Sting was
He has to
grown
be
grown.
about 60 by
He's
now.
got at least.
I mean, Rowdy Rodney Piper was out here still wrestling at 60. You just love the game, man. We're gonna see The
I
Rock
mean,
out here. Rock is gonna be
well,
president and wrestling at the same time.
well, The Rock is wrestling now. He's gonna head on
Yeah.
WrestleMania with
Mm-hmm.
Roman was it Roman Reigns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
did a whole intro and everything. It was dope.
Because he
He
has to bring the bloodline back together again.
yeah yeah because
That
he
storyline has to come together. The bloodline has to come back together. They're shattered right now, and The Rock has to bring them all back together.
well they're back they're back like they're gonna whatchamacallit for WrestleMania they're gonna wrestle the Rhodes like the Rhodes family. And Chat, correct me if I'm wrong because I could be off a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah.
because I've been watching all the promos and everything. It's dope because The Rock called everybody in Arizona crackheads.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like,
Wow.
because
Wow.
apparently the most per capita people in Arizona do the most coke. And he was like, it's funny, you gotta watch it. So he's like, yeah, y'all finally got something other to do than sit around and sniff coke all day since
So
WWE is
so
there.
apparently,
Mm.
uh he had a 39-year career. NWA, WCW,
Six,
TNA,
yeah,
WWE, and AEW. Plenty of wrestling royalty was in attendance. Ric Flair ringside.
yeah, I'm gonna say
Ricky
that.
the Dragon Steamboat was there, introducing the special guest timekeeper. A short but meaningful video was played, sharing a number of the Sting's highlight reel. Then Sting's son, dressed as Surfer Sting and NWO Wolfpack Sting, walked their father to the ring.
That's dope. He's
That is
65.
dope.
He's 65.
Wow.
So yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
Sting was a man. Sting, like I remember Sting back in the NWA days. NWA.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was NWO. It was like NWA before it became WCW. Yeah, he was like it was him, Steiners, Ric Flair, like all them guys. Like Sting was my guy. The Stinger was his finishing move,
It
man. You
was his
know.
finishing move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that. We all remember it. It was so good. And this is his last match.
Well, that's dope. Like I said, I didn't even know Sting was still wrestling.
They don't quit. They don't quit until they're broken. They don't quit until they're broken.
Gotta be. Was he actually wrestling? Was he more like a manager?
He probably was wrestling. These
Okay.
people wrestle to their deaths.
I guess so,
Yeah,
man.
this is what they do. This is what all they dream about doing, what they love to
Mm.
do.
Well,
Uh uh
you can't fake wrestling. You can't
mhm.
fake it, right?
You can't fake it. No, you can't fake it. It's
If
real.
you're just
It's
doing it trying
real.
to just to go through it, yeah.
Nah, nah, you in it or you not.
Yeah,
Because
you're
when
right. You're in it or
somebody
you're
200
not.
pounds drops on top of you from a
Right.
top
And
turnbuckle, which is like 7, 8 feet in the air, it hurts.
Yeah, and plus it's a coordination, right? I mean,
Mhm.
it's choreographed, right?
Mhm.
So if you out there just half-assing it, then your partner who you're wrestling against is going to reflect on that because it's going to be a bad match. Yeah,
Mhm.
you either got to be in wrestling, you either real or you ain't. It's like we Beethoven's you either real in these streets or you not, and that's
Mhm.
what you got to do with wrestling. Yeah. So yeah, you got to, and they travel like 200, 300 times a year. Like as a
Mhm.
wrestler, you're always on the road and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So well, congratulations to Sting. Successful, great career, right? Yeah, because
Yep.
Sting was one of the best, man. It's one
Was
of the
one of the
best.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sting's out. I'm gonna skip the next story because it's boring. Nobody cares about Apple hit with the first ever EU fine. So Apple
Oh,
got fined for 39 million dollars. We don't really care. Apple has been hit with the fine. And no, they initially it was 539 estimate. $2 billion, son.
they just messing with him now. They
Yeah,
just
Apple
messing
doesn't
with him
care.
now.
Apple's like, well, we're
Yeah,
worth $2 trillion. What's 2 billion
yeah.
to us?
They
What's
still
two
don't want to pay
billion?
two. They still don't
They,
want to pay $2 billion
they don't want
though.
to pay
No,
it.
yeah, no company want to pay $2 billion
They're not
if
going
they
to
ain't
pay
got
it. They're
to.
going to look at it like they're going to find a
Yeah,
way out of it.
yeah.
By the time it gets litigated against and everything goes through, those politicians
Yeah.
will be dead.
That's just the bribe, right? They
Hmm.
just ain't bribe the right people.
Yeah, that's it. They just didn't bribe the right people. Everybody wants their share.
Right,
So
that's
they
it.
bribe the
That's it.
right people, but everybody feels left out.
You know, they just got to get it to the right people that can make it go away. That's it. Cause hell, shit, I'd much rather give goddamn a politician 100 million, make it all go
Yep.
away than, file for 2 billion. It's all good.
Yep. So there's the Nintendo Switch emulator company called Yuzu, and they will utterly fold because they had to pay $2.4 million settlement in lawsuit. According to joint law filing, Tropic Haze has not only agreed to pay $2.4 million to Nintendo, but also says Yuzu is primarily designed to circumvent and play Nintendo Switch games. So they had another way to play Nintendo Switch games, emulate them, and they were like, "Oh nah, Nintendo's like, nah, we're gonna come get our
Yeah, they
money
got to
from you,
shut that
son.
down.
We're gonna
Right,
shut this down."
they've got to shut that down.
Hmm.
Because that's one of those things that grow. If it goes unchecked, tell them what it can grow into.
Hmm.
Yeah, they've got to shut that down expeditiously.
The good news is the settlements are not legal determinations, even with the court sign off, so they are not legally precedential. So other people are going to do it. They're going to come back and do it because
That's why.
everybody wants to get their money in this, Randy.
Right. That's why they've got to shut it down. That's why they got to make an
We're
example
going to
real
shut
quick.
it down
That-
this time. Then when somebody else does, we're going to shut it down again and get paid.
right.
We're not going to set the precedent. We're just going to let it stay open.
Right.
And we're keeping more video game news. SpongeBob Xbox Series X
Ugh.
only costs $699, a small price to pay for art. So I found this very interesting. I was like, they have a limited edition Xbox console and controller that have been restricted to giveaways. You can actually buy this one, provided you have disposable income of $699.
Well,
So
I
you can
don't
buy
think
it.
that's a lot, but
That
is that a
that
lot?
is, I mean, when I can get the console for $499, why pay an extra $200 for a SpongeBob?
Oh, okay. That's what I'm asking. And I hate SpongeBob.
Why you hate SpongeBob?
I
What
just
SpongeBob
hate
do
him.
to you?
He's stupid. Him and Patrick, and my daughter used to watch it when she was young, and I would just watch, and I'd be like, "Oh, oh, God, I can't stand him."
Yep,
I don't like Squidward. I don't like the whole cast.
yep. I get it. I get it. You're an
So,
adult. You don't get it. You pay people to
eh,
work. Reverse capitalism. That's what's
well,
paying our. It ruined our
that's
kids. It ruined
ruined
them.
them, and
It
those are
ruined
things
them. It
that
ruined them.
annoyed me about
It
SpongeBob.
ruined our kids.
He wanted to work
It
at the
definitely.
Krusty Krab so bad he would pay Mr. Krab. Ugh,
What's wrong with paying Mr. Crab? He
because
just wanted a job, Randy.
you
Ain't
don't
nothing
pay
wrong with
people to
that.
work. You don't pay people to work.
In SpongeBob's world, you do.
Uh, uh,
There may be a
uh,
world. It may be a world without work, and people pay the people that have jobs to work.
well, the world without work is coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. It's coming.
Yeah,
It's
that's
coming.
coming.
It's coming. It's
That's
coming.
coming.
It's
The
coming.
the AI out here for real, for
Yep.
real.
Yep.
It
Um,
cannot be held back.
it's gonna send everybody on scavenger hunts. That's what it's gonna
Mm,
be. Everybody's gonna go on scavenger hunts. And if you don't complete your scavenger hunt, you just die.
Yeah, it's gonna be some post-apocalyptic kind of
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
praying to the
Now that
AI,
sounds like a movie. That sounds like a movie.
praying to the AI. You know, it's gonna be interesting.
Speaking of post-apocalyptic, surviving the new Dune MMO sounds like hell, but at least you can drink the blood of your enemies. So
What?
Dune Awakening is the new MMO, massively multiplayer online game. And you're on Arrakis initially, but rumors
Hmm.
are that you can probably fly off Arrakis. But it's just like Dune. It's like you're in this desert planet and you got to survive. And you look at people and you look at them for moisture. Like look at that, look at that, look at that water bag over there. We're gonna drain all the water out of them. Have you
Yeah,
seen
I
the
can see
movie
that.
yet, Randy?
I have not. I'm gonna go see it this
Man,
weekend.
man, you missing out. You missing out, dog, because you got
Oh,
to
so
get
that you
this.
got it? You got
Of
the
course I
warm
got
to
it.
see
Of course I got it. I got the worm mussy.
it.
Got the worm mussy in my house.
Now that's dope.
And you put your hand
I
in it
actually,
goes,
Show the
oh,
top. Show the top of it.
okay, okay.
Show the hole.
Oh,
so I think
oh,
on Pod Squadron, they
oh.
said somebody wore a shirt. They said the guy just came in, or he said, "I just came here to fuck the popcorn box," or something like that.
Oh, I got it. I had to run across the street to get it. So I got to the theater and I was like, yo, y'all got worm mussy popcorn buckets? They're like, no, across street, theater across street does. And I was like, oh man, I got 10 minutes. And I ran across the street. Now I got the popcorn. They're like, you want your popcorn in it? I said, oh, it comes with popcorn. They're like, yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, sure. They gave me, I'm running back across the street with the popcorn bucket and another and the worm mussy in my hand. I get to the theater, then my food arrives. And I have all this food in the theater. I shared it with the girl next to me. And I showed her my popcorn. I said, you can have the popcorn. I don't want it. I got chicken here. And I ate some chicken wings.
That was
But
nice.
yeah. The worm mussy was there and I got it. I was like, I
Good
have
for
to
you.
get it. Because apparently online, Rakai was telling me that he's seen it on eBay for $300.
Yeah, I saw for yeah. That's what I thought they were
What?
going. That's what I thought they
I'm
were
about to
going
go pick up
for.
like 10 of these things and just sell them. The
I thought
Geekish
they were.
Network is about to be
Be
sponsored by
funded.
Worm Mussy.
Be funded by Worm Mussy.
Be funded by Worm Mussy.
Sponsored by Worm Mussy.
Worm Mussy.
GeekBeast. Brought to you by Worm
Worm
That's why when we
Mussy.
were talking Saturday and y'all were like it was $50, I was like, oh, that's a lot cheaper than what I had heard. I thought it was like, yeah, I thought that's what they were
Yeah,
going for.
yeah.
Wait, how
I'm
much was it
playing.
at? How much is it at that? How much did you get it for?
$24.
Oh, and
It's
then
$24.
$300
Well, they
markup. Boy, that's like
They
a.
gave me ten
well
dollar
they
markup. The
they only sell
popcorn's
them at
$18.
they only sell them at AMC, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I
There's
could,
not a lot of AMC's around the country. There's a lot of
yeah.
AMC's in California, but not many places else. Y'all
So,
want to know what I'm
so
doing right now? I'm playing with the lips of the worm mussy right now.
Oh Lord,
oh,
get your guy right. Get your guy. Get your guy. Get your guy.
now is that lips or? Never mind. I'm not gonna.
The labia.
No, 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 no.
Oh
Because
God.
some
Don't get
people
us
were
canceled.
saying the mouth of the worm looked like a butthole. So I'm saying lips or
Or
What does that look
cheeks.
like to
Lips or
y'all?
cheeks.
Hey,
No,
y'all, what does that
it's
look like to
lips.
y'all?
It's lips. But I could see some.
that's some Georgia
All right.
O'Keeffe stuff, man.
I got it. I got it in particular for one of our podcasts we're building up called the loading bar, so we can make I can make popcorn in it and make people put their hand in the worm missing. Let me watch people play video games. Why not?
Okay.
People gonna want to put their hand in the worm mussy. The problem
Mhm.
is you can't put it too far deep because the hole's not big enough.
Oh God, it's tight. The warm,
It's tight. It's
the
the
warm,
warm mussy hole. It's
the
tight.
warm mushy is tight.
It's tight. Yeah, it's tight.
That
Rodney's
virgin
rolling his
warm,
head
that
right now.
virgin warm mushy.
You
Oh
know,
God.
it ain't been
Oh
broken in yet. You can tell it got all its teeth right there. It ain't been broken
yeah.
in yet.
It's tight. Good fit. Oh
I
Lord.
mean, whoever made that was laughing. They laughed their ass off.
Oh Lord. Lord.
It's somebody from Generation X that made this. Somebody from one of our generation made it. Because Generation Y and Generation Z would be disgusted in it and find offense in it. And we're the generation that would laugh about this.
Lordy, 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 lordy.
But back to the video game. This video game, Doom Awakening, is a political survivor game, so people have to stay alive in it, and it's just as bad as the movie, which is the beautiful movie. I tell everybody, chat, if you haven't seen the movie, go eat the movie. The punk said, "How are you eating messy chicken wings? They're not messy; they're actually dry rub. I got a dry rub.
Lordy, lordy,
They're
lordy.
they're more like chicken fingers, chicken tenders." Uh,
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
So NASA is getting in the game business. They made their own tabletop RPG to play called Enter the Lost Universe, the agency's first ever tabletop role playing game. A tabletop crafted at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. I mean, somebody has to pay for these flights to the moon.
Well, NASA would seem like they were trying to get in there because they were going to have a reality TV show, right?
They
About some
were.
people dying
Yes,
or something
trying to
like
no,
that.
they had to survive on their own
Yeah, they had to
in a
survive.
fake in a fake Mars environment.
Yeah, and because you were like, they should let people die, and I was
They
like, what are
just
you
let them
talking?
die.
I'm like, what are you talking
It get
about,
the most
man?
viewers. It get a lot of viewership, Randy. I'm speaking for the viewership. So it's a dark mystery has settled over the city of Alderstron on the rogue planet Ex Exlaris. That's a weird name. Exlaris. Researchers dedicated to studying the cosmos have disappeared, and the Hubble Space Telescope has vanished from Earth's timeline. Only an ambitious crew of adventure can uncover what was lost. This may be real.
I would play it. Yeah, I think so. I
Mm,
would play it.
I'm gonna
I would
play it.
play
We
it.
may have to play it.
Yeah, yeah, I would play it.
Speaking of role-playing games, Magic the Gathering's future is filled with Fallout, assassins, and adorable animal heroes. So they're bringing the Fallout game into Magic the Gathering. I guess I got to buy those cards. And
I thought you already
Assassin's
bought them.
Creed. No, I didn't buy Fallout cards.
No,
I
okay.
bought.
I was talking about
I,
the Magic Gathering.
I did buy some cards. I don't buy. They keep coming. They keep releasing them, Randy. They don't stop. It can't stop. Won't stop. You know, they made Transformer cards. I bought those. Street Fighter cards. I bought those. Fallout cards. I may have to buy them. Assassin's Creed. I may have to buy them. Outlaws of Thunder. I may have to buy that too. And that'd be it. And they have Bloomborough due out in August. So there's a lot of cards coming out in the next couple of weeks of Magic the Gathering. They're trying to make all their money back from
Okay.
hiring all those people. Because the rumor is they haven't killed their teams yet. They
So
have a full staff. They have full staff this year.
they'll figure it out. But and I don't advocate anybody getting laid off. All right, so let's do one more and let's get out of
Okay,
here.
we can do one more call it. Let me find a good story here. That's interesting. This is an interesting story about a slice of pizza. Let's look at
Right?
this story. This is interesting. The first song ever released as a physical slice of pizza. Louisville thrash metal outfit Belushi Speedball just released his latest single in the form of a slice of pizza. Available in Detroit or New York style, my favorite color is pizza comes in the form of pizza slice preserved in resin, complete with a tiny speaker and a play button. So you can actually buy the pizza in resin and it has a play button that plays the song for you.
Hmm.
This is how people are going to do music in the future. This is some Travis Scott level stuff here. You see
Hmm.
that? That's a
Yeah.
pizza in resin, a real pizza. and so it's not gonna go bad or anything. You can play the song from it.
Okay. Hey man, the music industry gotta do something. So
I wonder how much that pizza costs.
what about $80?
Probably, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So
Kanye sold a $200 music player for Donda too, and people bought it $300, $299, $300 music player.
interesting.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah, I would imagine it doesn't have the price in there in the article.
No, it doesn't have the price in the article. The band is part of the pizza thrash subgenre thrash metal, a semi-derogatory name for bands that lean in on cultural references from the 80s. So I guess they talk about Marty McFly and E.T. and Alf and Golden Girls, you know.
Yeah, I'm an 80s baby.
Me too. I'm all about
So
that.
yeah,
Transformers. They was
yeah.
great. We had all kinds of good, bad entertainment. And
We
every
do.
movie showed titties for no apparent reason. And to a young kid like me in the 80s,
That was
where
beautiful.
porn wasn't regularly available,
Yeah, right,
seeing
right.
titties and
Yeah,
stripes for like 5
right.
seconds was like,
Yeah,
oh my
man.
God,
That
there's
was,
titties.
hey, right. Yeah. These kids will never know.
These
They
kids
will
that
never
never know
know.
the
Yeah,
struggles.
right.
They
Yeah,
never
man.
watched the scrambled Cinemax at midnight.
All the slasher films.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
showed
man.
titties for no apparent
Porky's.
reason.
Yeah, for
Showed titties
no,
for no
yeah.
apparent reason. No,
Yep,
no reason at all.
yep. So, hey, but it was beautiful, man. It was
It
a
was
beautiful
beautiful
time.
back in the day, like just you know.
Cool. Cool.
So yeah, so Speedball has released an album called Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 64 cartridges, shoved in songs into a Furbies and packages of Dungaroos. Wow, this is very interesting. I kind of want to buy one just to see what it does, but I don't want to spend money for it.
If it's not super expensive, I would see, but
Okay.
I'm not spending $300. Spend like
Let me
50.
let me do one more story, Randy. One
All
more.
right.
This is interesting. Walmart to acquire Vizio for $2.3 billion.
I thought we
So
talked about this a little while ago.
I think we
Cause
talked about it in the group, but we didn't talked about it on air.
okay, and that might be true. I just know because they are a part of their streaming service. Walmart has a streaming service, Vizio.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Thought they had it
So
as a streaming service.
yeah, they do. They're part of the move to boost its ad business. So Vizio has more than 500 direct advertising partnerships thanks to Vizio Platform Plus business, which is the company says now accounts for a majority of the company's gross profits. So it's
Oh,
Vizio
really?
Smart TV OS, Smart Cast. So this is their smart TV service. So the smart TV, you pick Netflix or anything you want to go to, like kind of like Apple TV,
Mm-hmm.
but now it gets merch ads to you at the same time. So
Mm,
Walmart can merch you ads with this.
mm. I don't know how
Uh,
I feel about that.
you know what Walmart should have did with that $2.3 billion?
What's that?
Pay his people a livable wage so
Right.
they
So
don't
they don't have
have
the
to but
welfare.
they
So
don't have to get on welfare where
yeah,
HR helps them get on welfare.
yeah, right.
That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's what we wanted. Walmart could have used $2.3 billion to pay his people a livable wage.
Yep.
So they don't have HR people to help them get on welfare.
Yep. That's what they could do. And we'd appreciate that more than this acquisition.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, so Randy, with that being said, that's the end of our show. Anything you want to share with the people?
Oh, binge worthy. Come back and join us on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Binge worthy. We're going to be talking Netflix's House of Ninjas
Mm-hmm. House of Ninjas.
right
We'll
after
be
Geek
back on
Beast.
Wednesday for Geek Beast.
Mhm.
If you want to find Randy, you can find him at Johnny L.
Johnny
Randolph,
L.
right?
Randolph. Johnny L. Randolph.
Johnny L.
Across all
Randolph on the
social
com.
media.
And that's his OnlyFans page too, if y'all want to join his OnlyFans
That's
page.
you with the OnlyFans page.
It's okay, Randy. You can be up there doing accounting. You can be working in spreadsheets. There's a spreadsheets Olympics out there. You could be
Oh
doing a lot
God.
of things, Randy. I don't know what's wrong
Oh
with
God.
you.
Oh
Um,
God.
And you can find me across Charles Babb, and definitely subscribe to the Geekish Network across all platforms: Twitch, Facebook, X, Twitter. I like calling it Twitter. I hate calling it X. X just
I do
sounds
too.
horrible.
Yep.
A TikTok. Subscribe to our TikTok, you guys. We got TikTok.
Y'all got
We
TikTok?
Yeah, we got TikTok. You know,
Okay.
like the Geekish Network TikTok.
Okay.
And we'll get our Patreon together, and we'll get our OnlyFans together for you all. Rodney's really excited about the OnlyFans page.
Oh Lord.
He's rolling his head right now too at me. He's rolling.
Oh
Call it geek loving.
Lord.
We
Get
we
your
don't
mans. Get your mans.
we don't need OnlyFans. We got the Wormusty, man.
Mussy. We got the Mussy right here.
We got the
Just do
Wormusty value
ASMR
stream.
Mussy licking.
Oh
ASMR
God.
Yeah,
Mussy.
just get a bunch of those, sell them on eBay. We're good. We don't need
We're good. We
OnlyFans.
are
I'm following y'all. Is it just Geekish Network
the Geekish Network. Yeah, yeah. You can follow us
with the
on the
G
Geekish Net.
with the
Yeah.
purple G?
I don't know. It may. I don't. Rodney was managing it, so I don't want to
Yeah,
misquote
it's
him.
brand new. It's brand new, so it
It's
should
Yeah,
be
brand
just
yeah.
spanking
Purple
new.
G.
I'm actually the first person. I'm actually the first person to follow y'all. To follow
Yeah,
us, I should say.
Yeah, do it,
brand new.
Randy. Do it,
Yeah,
Randy. Do it,
I'm the
Randy.
first
We'll be
person.
uploading more stuff soon. A lot of
Do
No,
it,
man,
stuff.
Randy.
I like being the first person to ever do it. It's a little
True,
known
true.
Black History fact.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah,
Black
that is.
History, but I make Black History, so I'm gonna say a
You
little
made
known
Black
Black History
history. Look
fact. I
that,
made
Randy.
Black History.
We're proud of you.
In 2024, March 5th, who was the
Uh-huh.
first person to March 4th, follow the Geeks Network on TikTok. I'm good with
Uh-huh.
that.
Okay. With that being said, we're gonna wish everybody a good night, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday. And shout out to Digital Click, and shout out to the Funk, and shout out to Rodney for
Yeah.
making this all happen. The Funk
Shout out to
creates our
Pod Squadron.
stories,
Great,
and shout out
great
to Pod Squadron. We had a
yeah, great
great
crosstalk.
crosstalk. Yeah,
Yeah.
crosstalk was great. I miss those people.
Yeah.
So with that being said, everybody have a good night.